Welcome to my channel Super Rare Coins. Today is best top 3 coins. Please don't skip this video, so let's get it started. The United States $quarter of 1991, bearing the D mint mark for Denver, is an important representative of America's circulating coinage of the late 20th century. It belongs to the long-running Washington quarter series, which has been in continuous production since 1932. The 1991 D issue continues the design tradition initiated nearly 60 years earlier. A portrait of George Washington, the nation's first president, chosen to commemorate the bicentennial of his birth. This coin not only reflects the stability of U.S. coinage design but also serves as a tangible symbol of America's enduring respect for its founding ideals, leadership, and unity. Minted by the United States Mint at Denver, Colorado, the 1991 D quarter circulated widely across the nation, finding its way into the hands of millions of Americans during a time of relative economic stability and cultural transition at the end of the Cold War era. The obverse front of the coin features the left-facing bust of George Washington based on a 1786 sculpted bust created by Jean-Antoine Houdon, a French neoclassical artist who had personally met Washington at Mount Vernon. The coin design itself was created by John Flanagan, an American sculptor, whose version of Houdon's Washington portrait was selected for the new quarter in 1931. After a national design competition, Washington's image dominates the center of the coin, rendered with noble simplicity. His hair tied in the colonial style with calm dignity and strength of expression. Above his portrait, in bold capital letters, appears the word liberty, symbolizing the foundational American principle for which Washington fought. On the left of Washington's neck appears the national motto, "In God We Trust." First added to U.S. coinage during the Civil War and later made a standard inscription reflecting America's spiritual heritage. Beneath the bust, at the base of the design, appears the date, 1991, indicating the year of minting. Just to the right of the date is the small but crucial mint mark, D, identifying the Denver Mint as the place of origin for this coin. The reverse back of the 1991 D Washington quarter carries the classic American eagle design that had been used since 1932. The majestic heraldic eagle, rendered with wings spread wide, stands perched on a bundle of arrows, a symbol of readiness to defend the nation's freedom, while beneath the arrows lies an olive branch, signifying peace and goodwill. Above the eagle's head appears the legend, United States of America, arched gracefully along the rim, and just below it the national motto, E pluribus unum, Latin for out of many, one. This phrase, first adopted in 1776, expresses the unity of the diverse states and people that form the United States of America. At the bottom of the coin, beneath the eagle's tail, is the denomination quarter dollar, identifying its value as 1/4 of a dollar or 25 cents. The combination of the eagle, olive branch, and arrows represents the balance between peace and strength, a key theme in American national symbolism. The physical characteristics of the 1991 D quarter reflect the specifications standardized for modern U.S. quarters after the transition from silver to copper-nickel in 1965. The coin has a weight of 5.67 grams, a diameter of 24.26 millimeters, and a thickness of 1.75 millimeters. Its composition consists of cupronickel-clad layers, an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core. This sandwich construction provides durability, corrosion resistance, and a consistent silver-gray color that resists tarnish while maintaining a distinctive ring when struck. The edge of the coin is reeded, featuring 119 tiny grooves, a design originally intended to prevent the illegal shaving of precious metals when U.S. coins were made of silver but retained for tradition and easy tactile recognition. These standardized features make the Washington quarter instantly recognizable to anyone familiar with American coinage. The Denver Mint, represented by the D mint mark, is one of the principal facilities of the U.S. Mint, operating since 1906. Located in Denver, Colorado, it primarily produces coins for general circulation and collector sets. In 1991, the Denver Mint struck over 630 million Washington quarters, ensuring their widespread availability across the United States. This high mintage means that the 1991 D quarter is considered a common issue in circulation, though it remains a valuable piece for collectors who focus on building complete mint mark and date sets. The companion coins for that year include the 1991 P Philadelphia issue and, in mint sets only, special high-quality strikes intended for collectors. From a numismatic and historical perspective, the 1991 D quarter marks a late chapter in the pre-statehood Washington quarter era. The classic eagle reverse design was used continuously from 1932 through 1998, after which it was replaced in 1999 by the 50-state quarters program, one of the most successful coin programs in U.S. history. Thus, the 1991 D Coin represents one of the final issues of the traditional eagle reverse, linking it to decades of American history. This makes the coin a nostalgic favorite among collectors who appreciate the simplicity and stateliness of the older Washington design in terms of market and collector value. The 1991 D Washington quarter remains widely available due to its large mintage and relative recency. In circulated condition, it typically retains its face value of 25 cents. However, examples in uncirculated condition mint state, those showing no wear and retaining their original mint luster, are of greater interest. Coins graded MS 63 choice uncirculated may be worth around 75 cents to $1.50. While high-grade specimens in MS65 or MS66 condition can bring $3 to $6 or more depending on strike sharpness and eye appeal. The rarest and most desirable 1991 D quarters are those graded MS67 and above, often selling for $50 to $150 or higher at auction, particularly if certified by grading services such as PCGS or NGC. These coins display full strike details, mirror-like luster, and no contact marks visible to the naked eye. Beyond its monetary and numismatic aspects, the symbolism of the Washington quarter reflects deep national pride. George Washington was chosen for the $quarter denomination because of his steadfast leadership and embodiment of Republican virtue. His portrait on the coin serves as a perpetual reminder of the values of liberty, civic duty, and integrity the eagle reverse complements. This theme presenting America as both peaceful and strong, willing to protect its ideals while pursuing harmony. Together, these images form one of the most iconic and enduring designs in U.S. coinage history, a design so successful that it remained essentially unchanged for over 65 years. The year 1991 also carries historical resonance. It marked the final year of the Cold War and the beginning of a new world order following the dissolution of the Soviet Union. Domestically, the United States experienced a period of cautious optimism and economic adjustment. While the coin's design did not commemorate any particular event that year, the continued circulation of Washington quarters symbolized the strength and stability of American institutions through decades of change. Millions of Americans used these coins daily for commerce, buying fuel, food, or small goods, never realizing they held in their hands a piece of living history, linking them directly to 1932, the bicentennial of George Washington's birth. The production process of Next. The United States $quarter of 1997, bearing the D mint mark for Denver, represents one of the final issues of the classic Washington quarter design before the monumental transformation of American coinage through the 50-state quarters program in 1999. Minted by the United States Mint at Denver, Colorado, this coin belongs to the long-running Washington quarter series, first introduced in 1932 to honor the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth. The 1997 D issue stands as a symbol of the enduring strength of American heritage and the unbroken continuity of the nation's coinage traditions that span the 20th century. It circulated widely throughout the United States during the late 1990s, a decade remembered for economic prosperity, technological advancement, and national optimism. The obverse front of the 1997 D quarter displays the noble left-facing portrait of George Washington, the founding father, commander-in-chief of the Continental Army, and the first president of the United States. 1789 to 1797, the design created by John Flanagan in 1931, is based on a bust of Washington sculpted by Jean-Antoine Houdon in 1786. Houdon's bust was considered the most lifelike depiction of Washington. Having been created from direct observation at Mount Vernon, Flanagan adaptation preserves the calm dignity and resolute character of Washington's countenance, which became one of the most iconic portraits in American coinage. Above Washington's head appears the word Liberty, a tribute to the guiding principle of the United States, while to the left, near Washington's neck, is inscribed, "In God We Trust," the national motto reflecting faith and perseverance. Beneath the bust at the bottom of the obverse appears the date, 1997, denoting the year of minting, and to its right the mint mark, D, identifying the coin's origin as the Denver Mint. The obverse is elegantly balanced, simple yet powerful, a design that has remained virtually unchanged for decades, representing stability, honor, and continuity. The reverse back of the 1997 D quarter showcases the traditional heraldic eagle design that graced the reverse of all Washington quarters from 1932 through 1998. This eagle, with its wings outspread in majesty, perches upon a bundle of arrows, symbolizing strength, vigilance, and the readiness of the nation to defend its liberty. Beneath the arrows lies an olive branch representing peace, a balance of force and diplomacy that has long characterized American ideals. Above the eagle's head, in bold capital letters, arches the United States of America, while just below it in smaller type appears the national motto E pluribus unum, which translates from Latin as out of many one. This phrase, adopted by the Founding Fathers, celebrates the unity of the diverse states and peoples forming the United States. At the bottom of the coin, below the eagle's tail, is the denomination quarter dollar, clearly indicating its value as 1/4 of a dollar, or 25 cents. The reverse design by Flanagan reflects classical symmetry and symbolism, blending grace with patriotic strength, and has remained a beloved image for generations of Americans. The physical and metallurgical characteristics of the 1997 D quarter reflect the U.S. Mint's modern composition standards established after 1965, when silver was removed from circulating coinage. The coin is made of cupronickel-clad composition consisting of an outer layer of 75% copper and 25% nickel bonded to a pure copper core. This results in a strong corrosion-resistant and slightly silvery appearance that withstands decades of circulation. The total weight of the coin is 5.67 grams. Its diameter is 24.26 millimeters, and its thickness is 1.75 millimeters. The edge of the coin is reeded with 119 fine grooves, a feature originally introduced to prevent the shaving or clipping of precious metal edges on older silver coins, but now retained as a mark of authenticity and design tradition. The coin's metallic construction gives it a distinctive ring when struck, and its durability ensures that many 1997 D quarters remain in circulation today, even after nearly 3 decades. The Denver Mint, denoted by the D mint mark, is one of the key facilities of the United States mint system. Established in 1906, the Denver Mint has been responsible for producing billions of circulating coins, as well as collector-grade issues and medals. In 1997, the Denver Mint struck an impressive total of 599,680,000, approximately 600 million Washington quarters. This immense production volume ensured that the 1997 D issue would be widely distributed across the nation and remain a common coin in circulation. The companion piece, the 1997 P Philadelphia Mint issue, was struck in similar numbers, with a smaller number of proof coins minted at San Francisco S for inclusion in collector's sets. From a historical and numismatic standpoint, the 1997 D Washington quarter is particularly significant because it marks one of the final years of the original eagle reverse design before it was permanently replaced by the 50-state quarters program in 1999. The program would eventually revolutionize American coin collecting, inspiring millions of people to begin assembling state-themed collections. Thus, the 1997 D quarter serves as a symbolic last chapter in the classic era of Washington quarters, a farewell to the long-standing design that had represented American coinage for over 65 years. Many collectors consider 1997 the end of an era, the closing note in a series that bridged generations from the Great Depression through the digital age. The design symbolism of the Washington quarter is profoundly patriotic. George Washington's portrait is more than a likeness; it embodies integrity, courage, and the moral authority upon which the United States was founded. His placement on the quarter, one of the nation's most frequently used coins, ensures that his presence is felt in everyday life, from small purchases to everyday transactions. The eagle on the reverse complements this symbolism by representing vigilance and strength in peace and war. The combination of these motifs makes the Washington quarter not just currency but a compact piece of American philosophy, the pursuit of liberty balanced with unity and responsibility in terms of minting process and craftsmanship. The 1997 D quarters were struck using high-speed coining presses at the Denver facility, where blank planchets metal discs were cut from clad strips, annealed, cleaned, and fed into the presses. Each die struck the coin with immense pressure, around 60 tons, imprinting the detailed image of Washington and the eagle in one swift motion. The coins were then ejected, inspected for quality, and released into large-scale circulation. Although the minting process was largely automated, human oversight ensured accuracy in weight, diameter, and appearance. Occasional die varieties and striking errors such as weak strikes, die cracks, or off-center impressions exist and are of special interest to numismatists, though none are particularly famous for the 1997 D issue. From a collector's perspective, the 1997 D quarter dollar is classified as a common circulation issue, yet it remains an essential piece in any comprehensive Washington quarter collection. Because of its high mintage, most examples found in circulation today exhibit varying degrees of wear, particularly on Washington's hair details and the eagle's wing feathers. Coins in average circulated condition, fine to very fine, retain a modest face value of 25 cents. However, uncirculated examples in mint state MS-60 to MS-65 condition are worth between $1 and $3, depending on luster and strike sharpness. Next, the United States quarter dollar of 1990, struck at the Denver Mint and marked with a D mint mark, stands as part of the classic Washington quarter series, a cornerstone of modern American coinage. Introduced in 1932 to commemorate the 200th anniversary of George Washington's birth, the Washington quarter has endured for decades as one of the most recognizable coins in circulation. The 1990D issue belongs to the clad composition era post-1965, a time when the U.S. Mint transitioned from silver to copper-nickel alloy. In response to the rising cost of silver, this coin reflects both a continuation of historic design and an adaptation to modern economic realities. Minted during a decade of technological growth and political change, the 1990D quarter serves as a tangible symbol of America's enduring stability and evolving identity as it entered the final decade of the 20th century. The obverse front of the coin features the distinguished profile of George Washington, the first president of the United States and one of its most revered founding fathers. This portrait, designed by John Flanagan, was based on the famous 1786 marble bust of Washington sculpted by Jean-Antoine Houdon, a French neoclassical artist who personally measured Washington's features at Mount Vernon. Flanagan's design captures Washington's composure and statesmanship, symbolizing leadership, patriotism, and moral strength. Across the top of the coin appears the bold word, Liberty, a testament to the nation's guiding ideal. To the left of Washington's neck is the national motto, In God We Trust, reflecting America's enduring faith-based heritage. At the bottom beneath Washington's neckline lies the year of minting, 1990, while the D mint mark denoting the Denver Mint appears just to the right of the ribbon in Washington's hair. The simplicity and strength of this obverse design have made it one of the most enduring and admired portraits in U.S. numismatic history. The reverse back of the 1990D quarter retains the heraldic eagle design that first appeared in 1932 and continued through 1998. This reverse composition features a majestic bald eagle, the national bird of the United States, with its wings spread in commanding presence. The eagle perches on a bundle of arrows, signifying military preparedness and strength, while beneath it rests an olive branch symbolizing America's pursuit of peace. Above the eagle's head, the inscription, United States of America, curves in a semicircle, representing the unity of the nation. Beneath it in smaller type is the Latin motto, E pluribus unum, meaning, out of many, one, a reference to the union of states and the diversity of the American people. At the bottom of the coin, the denomination, quarter dollar, identifies its value as 25 cents. The layout of the reverse is symmetrical, dignified, and emblematic of traditional American strength and balance. It evokes the artistic neoclassicism of the early republic, echoing both the iconography of the Great Seal of the United States and the spirit of unity that defines the nation's ideals. From a technical and material standpoint, the 1990D quarter is made of a copper-nickel clad composition, a durable alloy developed to replace silver in circulating coins after 1965. The outer layers are composed of 75% copper and 25% nickel, bonded to a pure copper core, giving the coin its characteristic silvery sheen with a faint reddish inner tone visible along the reeded edge. The coin weighs 5.67 grams, has a diameter of 24.26 millimeters, and a thickness of 1.75 millimeters. The edge is finely reeded with 119 ridges, a traditional anti-counterfeiting feature. These quarters were struck with precision using high-speed coining presses that applied approximately 60 tons of pressure per strike, ensuring sharp definition in Washington's portrait and the eagle's feathers. The Denver Mint employed advanced die technology to maintain high production quality, resulting in crisp strikes and consistent luster. The Denver Mint, located in Denver, Colorado, has a long and prestigious history in U.S. coin production, tracing its origins back to the early 20th century. The 1990D issue was one of the major mint outputs of that year, with a total mintage of approximately 927,638,181 quarters, nearly 928 million pieces, making it one of the most abundantly produced Washington quarters of the decade. These coins were distributed nationwide for everyday use, appearing in banks, vending machines, and cash registers across the country. The vast mintage ensured that the 1990D quarter would be common in circulation, though high-grade uncirculated specimens remain collectible due to their sharpness and visual appeal. The Philadelphia Mint produced a similar version marked with a P, while the San Francisco Mint issued limited quantities of proof coins for collectors, struck with polished dies and mirrored surfaces. The Washington Quarter series, in which the 1990D coin belongs, is historically significant for its longevity. Originally introduced as a commemorative issue in 1932 to honor George Washington's bicentennial, it proved so popular that it replaced the standing Liberty Quarter permanently. The design's enduring success stems from its blend of classical style and national symbolism. The 1990D quarter represents the 58th year of issue in the series and is among the final standard eagle reverse designs. Before the United States Mint launched the 50-state quarters program in 1999, thus, the 1990D stands at the threshold between tradition and innovation, a transitional emblem bridging classic American coinage and the modern era of themed numismatic art in terms of numismatic classification. The 1990 quarter is generally considered a common issue due to its massive mintage, but that does not diminish its historical or aesthetic value. Coins found in circulation typically show moderate wear, especially on Washington's hair curls and the eagle's breast feathers, which are the highest relief areas. In circulated condition, the coin's value is equal to its face value of 25 cents. However, uncirculated examples in pristine condition, particularly those graded MS 65 or higher by professional grading services such as NGC or PCGS, can command values between $3 and $10, with exceptional MS 67 or MS 68 pieces occasionally reaching $50 to $150 due to their rarity in such high grades. Collectors also look for minting errors such as off-center strikes, double dies, or weak strikes, which can greatly increase a coin's desirability and market value. From a historical and cultural perspective, the 1990 quarter circulated during a pivotal era in American history. The early 1990s were marked by global change, the end of the Cold War, the collapse of the Soviet Union, and the emergence of the United States as the world's dominant economic and political power domestically. 1990 was a year of transition between decades marked by both optimism and challenges as the nation prepared to enter the technological age of the 21st century. The Washington quarter, circulating daily in millions of hands, served as a quiet yet constant reminder of the country's enduring values: liberty, unity, and faith, all symbolized through its design. It was a coin of the people, passed in everyday transactions, representing the strength of an economy built on trust and tradition. The artistry of the Washington quarter design, especially visible in uncirculated 1990 examples, continues to be admired for its timeless elegance. Thanks for watching my videos. Please subscribe my channel for more videos.